Hello and welcome to a new lesson, Past Simple Tense. In this lesson, we will talk about the structure of past simple tense, examples, and usage. Structure of past simple tense in affirmative or positive form of sentence. In every sentence we have subjects, but in the past simple tense we use second form of the verb, that is verb to. If we have a regular verb, we add d or ed at the end, and also with irregular verb in the second form. And then we have objects or other words. Let's see how the structure is made. If your subject is he, we use second form of the verb closed. Here we add d at the end of the verb close. And then we have object. He closed the door. Likewise, your subject is she. We use the second form of the verb, but here we add ed. And then we have object. We continue. Then we have subject it, and here I use this word for cat, ate. Here we don't use d or ed. Why? Because it's irregular verb. And then we have object. Likewise, we have singular noun, Tom. Here it could be any name, David, Ali, Fatima, Rani, Sita. Then we have second form of the verb, irregular form, drove, and then we have object. Now let's talk about examples of past simple. He closed the door. She cooked food. It for cat, ate fish. Tom drove a car. We continue our discussion. Now we talk about the structure of past simple tense in negative form of sentence. We have the subjects, like in any sentence we have. In the negative form, we use did not. The short form is didn't. And the first form of the verb. Why first form of the verb? Because already we have changed do into did. So we cannot use second form of the verb twice. And then we have objects or other words. He didn't close. We cannot say closed. We cannot use second form of the verb two times. Already we have used the word didn't. That's done. Then use the first form of the verb in the negative form. And then we have object. Likewise, she didn't cook food. It here for cat, didn't eat fish. Singular noun for Tom here. Didn't drive a car. Now let's see the examples. He didn't close the door. She didn't cook food. It for cat, didn't eat fish. Tom didn't drive a car. We continue our discussion. And now we have a structure of past simple tense in question form of sentence. What we call interrogative form of sentence. And in the interrogative form of sentence, we use did in the beginning of a sentence before subjects, and then we use first form of the verb, and then we have objects or other words. How? Did he close the door? Did she cook food? Did it for cat eat fish? Did Tom drive a car? Now let's see the examples in the interrogative form. Did he close the door? Did she cook food? Did it for cat eat fish? Did Tom drive a car? Now we continue our discussion. Past simple tense interrogative sentence with question words such as why, when, how, where, what, who. See the examples. Why did he close the door? When did she cook food? How did it cat eat fish? Where did Tom drive a car? Now we move on to the next stage of our discussion, that is to say usage of past simple tense. Where do we use it? What is its advantage in our daily life? How can we apply this tense into our writing or speech? Let's see. Number 1, it shows an action that started and finished in the past. For example, he finished his work. The work started in the past and already finished in the past. No trace of it in the present. Likewise, she cooked food last night. Tom met his friend yesterday. It for cat jumped over the wall quickly. What we notice in all these sentences are that the actions started in the past and also finished in the past. They have no relevance to the present. We move on to the next usage of past simple tense. It shows past habits. How? Let's see. He always went to a school. She usually cooked food. Tom often played tennis. It for machine here never worked well. So what we notice in all these sentences are that they show a sort of repeated actions happening again and again, but in the past, not in the present. In this case, normally we use such words like always, usually, often, never, and so on. We continue our discussion. Usage of past simple tense. And the third point is, it shows a series of actions completed in the past. How? Let's see the example. He finished work, walked to the beach, and met his friends. See how a number of connected actions took place in the past. And of course, actions finished in the past as well. We have another example. She woke up early, got ready, and went to her college. So you can see how a number of connected actions, a series of actions, several actions taking place in the past, one after another. So these are some of the ways in which we can use past simple tense. Structure of past simple tense in affirmative or positive form of sentence. In every sentence we have subjects, but here in past simple tense we use second form of the verb, that is to say verb to. And with regular verb we add d or ed at the end of it. And also we use second form of the irregular verb. And then we have objects or other words. We have the subjects I or we, verb closed, we add d with this verb, and then we have object. Likewise, you cooked, here we add ed, and then we have the object. Then we have the subject, they ate fish, plural noun, boys, girls, students, played tennis. We continue with examples of past simple tense in the affirmative, like I closed the door, we opened the window, you went to college, they ate fish, boys played tennis. Now we move on to the next structure of past simple tense in the negative form of sentence. And as we know, we have the subjects, but in the negative form we use did not. The short form is didn't, and then first form of the verb. We cannot use second form of the verb two times because already we have changed do into did. So no need to use second form of the verb again. And then we have objects or other words, like we have the subjects I or we didn't close. We cannot say didn't closed. We cannot use past simple form of verb two times. It's wrong. And then we have object. Likewise, you didn't go to college. They didn't eat fish. Plural noun, boys, girls, students didn't play tennis. We continue to move to the examples of negative sentence. I didn't close the door. We didn't open the window. You didn't go to college. They didn't eat fish. Boys didn't play tennis. We move on to the next step. Structure of past simple tense in question or interrogative form of sentence. And in this structure of question form, did is used before the subjects. And then we have first form of the verb. And then we use objects or other words with question mark. How? Look at structures. Did, subject, I, we, close the door. The next structure, did you go to college? Did they eat fish? Did boys play tennis? What we notice here in all these sentences are that did is used before the subjects. And after the subjects, we use first form of. We continue with examples of interrogative sentence. Did I drink juice? Did we eat food? Did you go to college? Did they eat fish? Did boys play tennis? We continue to move with past simple tense, interrogative sentence with question words like why, when, how, where, what, who. Let's see the examples. Why did I drink juice? When did we eat lunch? How did you go to college? What did they fight for? Where did boys play tennis? In all these sentences, what we notice is that question words come before did. And then we have subject, and then we have first form of the verb. Now, it's time to talk about the usage of past simple tense. The first point is, it shows an action that started and finished in the past. Examples, I finished my work. We cooked food last night. You met your friend yesterday. Kids jumped over the wall quickly. So the action started in the past and finished in the past. We move on to the next usage of past simple tense. Point number 2, it shows past habits. How? See the examples. I always went to school. We usually cooked food. We often played tennis. They never worked hard. What we notice in all these sentences, with the help of the words like always, usually, often, never, we can show the expression of past habits. We have the third usage of past simple tense. Point number 3, it shows a series of actions completed in the past. How? Let's see. I finished work, walked to the beach, and met my friends. They woke up early, got ready, and went to their office. So, a series of connected actions are being expressed in this sentence. Past simple tense or simple past tense. Review lesson. This is the affirmative or positive form of sentence of past simple tense. We have the subjects he, she, it, singular noun, and further we have subjects I, we, you, they, and plural noun. So whether the subject is singular or plural. In the past simple tense, we add the second form of the verb only. And with regular verb, we add d or ed at the end of it, and then the second form of irregular verb. Then we have objects. Like in the examples, we can see he closed the door. Here we add d at the end of regular verb. We have another example. She opened the box. We add ed to the end of the regular verb. Likewise, we have it for cat, ate fish, Tom drove a car, a regular verb. We have further examples. We drank juice. You went to college. They ate fish, and boys played games. So the past simple tense is easier than the present simple tense. Whatever the subjects you may have, you have just to use the second form of the verb. Now we move on to the next negative sentence of past simple tense. And if you have the subjects like he, she, it, singular noun, and further we have subjects like I, we, you, they, and plural noun. Then in the negative form, we used did not, or the short form is didn't. And here we make a change. We use the first form of the verb because we cannot use the second form twice. Already we changed do into did. So we have to use the first form of the verb. And then we have objects. Let's see the examples. He didn't close the door. She didn't open the box. It for cat didn't eat fish. Tom didn't drive a car. We have further examples. I or we didn't drink juice. You didn't go to college. They didn't eat fish. And boys didn't play games. We continue our discussion. And now we have interrogative form of past simple tense. In the question form, what we call sometimes, first we use did before the subjects like he, she, it, singular noun, I or we, you, they, plural noun. So what we notice is that we use did before the subjects, and then we use the first form of the verb, and after that we have objects. Look at the examples. Did he drink juice? Did she go to college? Did it for cat eat fish? Did Tom drive a car? We have some more examples. Did I or we drink juice? Did you go to college? Did they eat fish? Did boys play games? We continue to discuss about. Now we have interrogative sentence with question words like what, how, when, why, etc. Sometimes we call it double questions. In this case, first we use the question words. Then we add the word did. Then we have subjects like he, she, it, singular noun, I, we, you, they, and plural noun. After these subjects, we have the first form of the verb, and then we have objects. Of course, question mark is very important. Let's see the examples. Why did he drink juice? How did she go to college? When did it happen? Where did Tom drive a car? We have some more examples in this direction. Why did I or we drink juice? How did you go to college? When did they eat fish? When did boys play games? So these are the structures of past simple tense in all its forms. Now we continue to discuss about usage of past simple tense. And the first point is it shows an action that started and finished in the past. Look at the examples. He finished his work. The action started and finished in the past. Likewise, we cooked food last night. They met their friends yesterday. Kids jumped over the wall quickly. So in all these sentences, what we notice, an action started in the past and finished in the past. We move on to the next usage of past simple tense. Point number 2. It shows past habits. How? Let's see. I always went to school. She usually cooked food. You often played tennis. They never worked hard. What we notice, in such cases, we take the help of words like always, usually, often, never to show the habitual action in the past. We move on to the next usage of past simple tense. And point number 3, it shows a series of actions completed in the past. How? Let's see with examples. I finished work, walked to the beach, and met my friends. Look, continuously, 3 actions happened one after another. Look at another example. They woke up early, got ready, and went to the office. So a series of events took place in the past. Forming past simple tense with the help of the verb to work. In this lesson, we will talk about affirmative form of past simple tense, negative, interrogative, and interrogative with question words. Let's see. The first sentence is he worked in the affirmative form. Its negative form is he did not work. Did he work? Why did he work? We have the next sentence. She worked. She did not work. Did she work? Where did she work? We continue. It worked. It did not work. Did it work? How did it work? Now with singular noun. Tom worked. Tom did not work. Did Tom work? When did Tom work? I worked. I did not work. Did I work? Why did I work? We continue our discussion. We worked. We did not work. Did we work? Where did we work? They worked. They did not work. Did they work? When did they work? You worked. You did not work. Did you work? How did you work? Men worked. Men did not work. Did men work? How did men work? What we notice in this particular tense is that whether your subject is singular, like he, she, it, and singular noun, or whether you have plural subjects, we always use in the affirmative form, second form of the verb. And in the negative, interrogative, and question words, we use did. These are the total number of structures we can form in the past simple tense with the help of the word work. You can replace this word with any other verb of your choice and can make as many sentences as you like. How to write a dream story with past simple tense. Image 1. Last night, Jane felt very tired, so she went to bed early. She fell asleep soon. She began to dream. Image 2. She traveled far and wide. She saw mountain covered with ice. She wondered to see a ship sailing on ice. The sight thrilled her. Image 3. She visited many places. She saw a beautiful castle. Image 4. She saw the cloud. The moon smiled over her. The stars also captivated her. Image 5. She saw the rainbow. She had a sight of so many lovely things. Thus, she ever wanted to live in dream. Now, let's put all the images together and create a beautiful story like this. Last night, Jane felt very tired, so she went to bed early. She fell asleep soon. She began to dream. She traveled far and wide. She saw mountain covered with ice. The sight thrilled her. She wondered to see a ship sailing on ice. She visited many places. She saw a beautiful castle. She saw the cloud. The moon smiled over her. The stars also captivated her. She saw the rainbow. She had a sight of so many lovely things. Thus, she ever wanted to live in dream. That is how a story has been created and developed in the past simple tense. If you really want to improve your language, I would suggest you to also think about a story which happens in the past. Hope you understand the idea in which I have developed the story and you try the same in a more beautiful way. Thank you and goodbye.